Where's my paper? Where's my paper? Huh? Where's my paper? Let me go. Huh? Huh? Where's my paper? Sorry. Sir? How you doing? How come you didn't help us out?
That's an interesting video.
So I feel like the big issue in today's generation is bullying. Why does bullying continue, and why doesn't anybody put a stop to it? So I thought, let's put a crime and let it happen right in front of people's faces and see what they would do. Because of course, change starts with the people, right? Yes, it does. Let's go. Stop putting away from me, yo. I'm gonna get you regardless. Okay, I know where you live. What do you want? I want my paper, right? To buy tonight. I want my paper by tonight. You're gonna get stomped in the face. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You want me to stop you right now? Do you want me to stop you right now? I will. Let's stop. Get over here. Please, get over here. Why didn't you do my paper? Sorry, why didn't you do my paper? Stop. Stop. You want me to hit you? No, I'm sorry. What are you looking at? You want me to hit you right now? You want me to talk to you in the face? Huh? You want me to do it? You want me to do it and get you last time? Why didn't you do my paper? Sorry. Sorry. Let me go. Don't make me see. Don't make me see. Go. You want me to hit you? No. I want my paper by tomorrow. And then I stop. Stop. I want my paper by tomorrow, okay? What are you doing? Huh? What are you gonna do? Put it on World Star?
Sure.
Why?
The guy.
Huh?
The guy.
Why does that have to do with you?
Because I'm on campus, I can't see anyone being like treated more treated than women.
Wait, huh? You're trying to wait, huh? What did I tell you? What did I tell you what happened next time? What did I tell you what happened next time, huh? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, sir. There's a camera right there. We're seeing what would happen in a bullying real life situation, and you did a great job right now, sir. You want to wait for me? You want to wait for me? You want me to be trouble like I did last time, huh? Where's my paper? Where's my paper? My financial aid relies on you. You want me to stop you in the face right now? You want me to stop you in the face, really? You want me to do that again, huh? You want me to do what I did last time?
Wait, dude, stop. What are you doing?
Who are you?
No, I don't know, but I texted you my email like that.
This is none of your business. Get out of
I don't know who
it.
you are either, but can you leave him alone?
No, get out of my face.
No, you get out of my face. You're a great poor guy. I don't even know who the f you are. I think you should leave. I think you should go. I don't know you, but I think you should go.
When your girlfriend is in here, I'm coming back for you. Sorry. Huh? Sorry. You want me to hurt you again? No. Huh? You want me to? Huh? You want me to punch you right now? Huh? What would you do? No. Stop it. So you're really not gonna help me with my paper? No. You're not gonna help me with my paper? Huh? Huh?
Watch how many
You remember what happened last time? Remember what happened last time?
Stop.
Huh? What?
Look at that.
Are you gonna help me?
No.
Hey, everybody looking right now. There's a camera right there, and you guys just walked away from a guy getting brutally beat, and you guys did nothing to help him. To stop bullying in America, it would be really sincere and kind of you guys to try to do something to stop something like that at hand. Instead of just walking away and acting like blind victims to something that's going on. I'm done with this video, y'all. This is a joke.
I mean, I know I'm a very small girl, but honestly, when I just see any person hurting anyone, especially physically, like I have to step in.
He was about to get really hurt. I was about to beat him up.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is my business. I don't really want to get in any trouble, so I'm so sorry about that.
What?
What's going on here?
What is it to you?
Was it to me?
Yeah.
So I was beating up somebody else? Dividing the university? That's so nothing to me.
Is it your problem?
Yes, it is.
Can I tell you something? We just wanted to see what would happen in this kind of predicament. The camera is right there. Please don't kill me because you're scaring me right now. How does that make you feel?
Horrible.
Yeah?
Oh.
How come you didn't want to jump in and try anything?
I was about to if you continued.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm sorry.
Let me go.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Can I tell you guys something real quick? Turn it back to me. Turn it back to me. Why bullying occurs in America? Because people like that don't stop them when they see it happen right in front of their eyes.
That was the weirdest response I've ever. You guys are.
Did you catch it all?
Sorry?
No, but basically, I tell the kids, I tell them, okay, society has taught us when we see something happening to someone else, it's not directly happening to us, we put blinders on, we ignore it, we walk away. And the thing is the only way we're going to get bullying to stop is by speaking up. And I tell them, I don't expect you to go jump in the middle and put yourself in harm's way. But instead of standing there watching the show, instead of walking away and ignoring it, go and get help. That's the only way change is going to happen. Say something, do something, make a difference. 18.8% of high school students here in Colorado have reported being bullied on school grounds. 20% of students have reported being cyberbullied. 87% of gay and lesbian kids reported being verbally bullied, and 30% of them were physically assaulted. Now, according to a report from the White House Bullying Prevention Summit, these are the most frequent reasons that kids have reported being bullied, because of their gender. And one of the things that I ask the kids, I'll say, okay, we all know what gender is. And I'll ask them, I'll say, okay, who can tell me what's gender expression? Kids have reported being bullied because of their race and ethnicity, their religion, their academic performance, socioeconomic status, or because they have some type of disability. So basically, they're being bullied just because they're different. And then I'll go on to ask them, okay? I'll say, I have some questions I want to ask you, and just yell out. I'll tell them if it's true or false. And I'll say, okay, bullying's a normal part of life, right? We all go through it. Everyone deals with bullying, so we should all just learn how to deal with it on our own. True or false?
False.
Exactly. And then I'll tell them, I'll say, every single one of you in this room, I'll tell them, has the right to be treated with respect. Every single one of you has the right to feel safe. No one has a right to bully another person, and no one should ever have to deal with a bully. And then I'll ask them, okay, how many of you, I'll say, in here feel like by telling someone you're going to make it worse? And then I'll ask them, how many of you feel that if you tell that you're being bullied, or you tell that you're seeing somebody being bullied, that's considered tattling or snitching? And then we'll talk about the differences. I'll tell them, okay, usually when you're tattling or you're snitching on someone, it's because you're trying to get them in some type of trouble, right? Telling that you're being bullied, telling that you're seeing somebody being bullied, you're trying to get someone out of trouble. That's the difference between the two. And by not saying anything, you're making matters worse, I tell them, because you're letting the bully believe what they're doing is okay. Hey, no one's stopping me. So they're going to continue doing it. So by not saying anything, they're making matters worse. And then I'll ask, it can only be considered bullying if it's only physical aggression, right?
No.
No. Bullying comes in many different forms, and then we'll talk about each of those. Then I'll ask, okay, bullying affects only a small number of students, right? It doesn't really affect that many people. True or false? False. 160,000 kids stay home from school every day because they're being bullied. 1 out of 4 students has reported being bullied. 1 out of 10 kids drops out of school because they're being bullied. And then also think of all the time that parents have to take off of work. So it affects a lot of people. Most children and youth who observe bullying don't want to get involved, right? According to that video, it looks like it. 56% of youth here in Colorado have reported seeing somebody being bullied. So this means more people are starting to speak up. And the more we speak up, we can hopefully put an end to bullying. Hopefully stop it before it even starts. Is bullying against the law? True or false?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it is. This is actually the Colorado State Statute on Bullying. This was passed in 2011. It's part of the Safe Schools Initiative Act. Basically what this law says, if you cause somebody any kind of physical, mental, or emotional harm through written, verbal, physical, or an electronic act, you can get charges against you. A lot of kids don't know this. Bullying is a crime, and you can get charges against you. This is another video called Take a Stand. I don't think I'm going to show this to you guys. Now, when we hear about bullies, we all think of the typical schoolyard bully, right? Now, I'll ask the kids, is bullying only done in schools? It can happen anywhere. And bullying happens in many different forms. There's cyberbullying, physical bullying, verbal bullying, emotional and social bullying. So now let's go ahead and let's take a look at each of these. Cyberbullying, and I'll say, okay, we all know what cyberbullying is, right? That's basically bullying done by social media, whether it be through your phone, through your computer, through your DS, through your Xbox, whatever. And I'll say, okay, now, let's take a look at some examples of cyberbullying, okay? That's sending someone a derogatory text message, and I'll explain what that is, sending someone disrespectful messages. Disdainful website postings, basically posting mean or hurtful things about someone. Sending them threatening or mean messages and posting sensitive information. And I'll ask the kids, I'll say, okay, what do you guys think sensitive information is? It's basically posting humiliating things about someone. Now, let's take a look at another form of cyberbullying, sexting. A lot of kids don't realize this. Sexting is a form of cyberbullying. I want you guys to look at this bottom paragraph. Sexting is currently illegal under federal law. It falls under the creation and distribution of child porn, and it is a felony. Lawmakers are prosecuting not just the person with the pictures, but not just the person taking the pictures and sending them, but the one with them as well. And I'll tell the kids, I'll say, okay, the next time you decide to take a picture of your private parts, shoot it out to your boyfriend, girlfriend, your friends as a joke, better stop and think about what you're doing, because if that picture falls in the wrong hands, you can end up being a registered sex offender. A lot of the kids don't know that. Also, I'll ask them, I'll say, okay, you can send something and then delete it. Is it gone? No, it's not. It leaves a digital footprint, I tell them. Tell them, before you hit that send button, you better stop and think about what you're doing, because once it's out there, it's out there. And then I tell them, Sergeant Lisa Cintron with Colorado Springs Police Department, she runs the cyberbullying task force. They spend their day pulling records, so those records can be pulled. Physical bullying. Physical bullying consists of destroying someone's possessions, stealing, hitting, shoving, slapping, pushing, spitting. Basically, physical bullying is physical abuse. Verbal bullying. Verbal bullying consists, of course, of name-calling, making homophobic, racist remarks. Verbal bullying basically is verbal abuse. And we see physical and verbal bullying with boys. This is what we see with girls. Emotional and social bullying. This one, as you know, can hurt sometimes a lot more than the physical and the verbal. With the emotional social bullying, the whole goal is to make that person feel alone. They want that person to feel isolated. They get others to gang up on them, they torment them, they lie about them, they want to humiliate that person. And this one tends to be verbal and body language based. I mean, we've all seen it, a group of girls, standing in a circle, kind of whispering, and there's usually one girl left off the side, and that's the one that they're usually terrorizing. And we see this one a lot with girls who are usually trying to pay back a girl for whatever reason. And then this, I call this my bully test. At this time, I'll look at the kids and I'll say, okay, how many of you in here, I'll say, have ever picked on someone because they were smaller, weaker, younger, or just plain out different than yourself? I'll raise my hand as well. I'll tell them, be honest, raise your hand. And then I'll tell them, okay, now, we were being a bully. Now, just because you're being a bully right now, does this mean you're going to be a bully the rest of your life? No. You make the choice on what kind of person it is you want to be, basically. So then I'll tell them, okay, now I'll say, we're going to take my bully test. I'll tell them we're going to do some self-reflection. And I'll tell them, okay, I'm going to read these 10 questions. And as I read the 10 questions, I tell them, I don't want you to raise your hand. I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to think to yourself either, yes, I do this, no, I don't. So then I'll read each question. Do my gestures, blah, 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 go down all the 10 questions. Then at the end, I'll look at them and I'll say, okay, now I want you to think about all the questions you answered yes to. Basically, you were being a bully. And then I'll tell them, okay, let's say you are being a bully right now. And what kind of things can you do to change? Maybe you can do nice things for the people you were bullying. Like maybe stand up for them the next time they're being bullied by someone else. Once again, I tell them, okay, you make the choice. They're not going to trust you at first. But then they're going to realize that you are trying to change. You are trying to be a better person. You make the choice on what kind of person it is you want to be. Peer pressure. And I look at them and I say, okay guys, we all know what peer pressure is. You know, when your friends are trying to push you into doing something that they want you to do. And then we'll go into talking about how peer pressure works. You know, little tricks they try to play on them. You know, they tell them, who needs you as a friend? You're such a baby, blah, blah, blah. And then I tell them, you know, sometimes it can be hard to stand up for what you believe in. Sometimes it can be tough to stand up for what you know is right. But you can do it. I mean, it's tough for us as adults sometimes to stand up to our peers or what we know is right. But I tell them, you can do it. You can stand up to them. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? It's not funny. Stop it. And then we'll go in, I'll start talking to them about, you know, the next time you're with somebody who you know likes to pick on everybody, it's okay to just ignore them, walk away. Or don't give them that satisfaction. Most bullies are looking for an audience to entertain. I tell the kids, don't give it to them. Instead of standing there watching the show laughing, go and get help. Don't give them that audience. Once they realize they're not getting the reaction they're looking for, they're going to stop. And then we'll talk who's involved when someone's being bullied. You got the bully, the person being bullied, and you got the bystander. And then what I do is I look at the kids and I say, okay, my challenge to you is to be the fourth option. Then I'll ask, what do you think the fourth option is? That's the person who's not standing there watching the show. That's not the person who's walking away and ignoring it. The fourth option is a person who goes and gets help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be the fourth option. To This Day project, you guys have probably seen this one as well, this video. It's a very popular video on, it's on YouTube. And the funny thing is when I first, this video was created by a gentleman by the name of Shane Coixon. When I first saw this video, it was on a program called Ted's Talk. And the thing is he cussed through the whole thing. So I knew I couldn't show that to kids, but I loved it. So I actually got a hold of him, and I told him what I do. And I asked him, you know, hey, you know, I can't show that video because you cuss all through it. So he actually sent me this video, and it's like a 7-minute video, and I showed it to the kids.
Nice.
And now we're going to kind of recap basically what we talked about. One thing that I tell the kids is if you are being bullied right now, do not retaliate. Do not take matters into your own hands, and whatever you do, do not carry a weapon because it will probably turn around and bite you in the butt. You'll end up being the one that gets in trouble. Tell them if you're being bullied, if you're seeing somebody being bullied, tell an adult you trust immediately. And then I tell them, you know, there's lots of hotlines out there, as you guys know. The Safe to Tell hotline. It's free, it's confidential. Aspen Point has just started their crisis stabilization unit, which is 24/7. Anybody can walk in and ask for help. Then I tell them about I'll ask them and say, okay, do you find out if your schools or any of the groups you belong to have any kind of anti-bullying committees? If they don't have one, start one yourself. And then I'll tell them a story about Rampart High School. The Key Club at Rampart High School actually called me up and said, hey, we heard you do suicide anti-bullying presentations. We're tired of watching our friends being bullied. We're tired of watching our friends commit suicide. They said, will you train us? So I went out there on a Wednesday from 3 to 4 after school, and I did suicide. Then I went back on Thursday from 3 to 4, and I did bullying for them. And what those kids did is they put on an assembly in front of the entire school, introducing themselves, and said, hey, if you guys are being bullied, if you guys are feeling suicidal, come and find one of us. These kids went as far as finding kids that would sit alone at lunch, made a friend. Kids that they knew were normally loners, they went and introduced themselves to them. Oh, I was so proud of these kids. They blew up my phone. You should see my phone ringing, calling me, telling me how many kids came to them and how many lives they saved. It was awesome. Well, then I got a phone call from the teachers saying, hey, we heard you came in and you did this for the Key Club. We want the training as well. So I went in and I did it for them. Then I got a call from the security guards saying, hey, we want the training as well. So it's awesome. And they put together this really cool video. It's like a 12-minute video, and I don't have it with me today. But it's really awesome. So Rampart High School, they're pioneers. They're the ones who they have an awesome program out there. So I let all the kids know. You guys can start it in your schools, I tell them, or in your clubs. Those guys did it. All right. And then I remind them to think about what they're sending and what they are posting, because once you hit that send button, it's gone. Even as adults, I think we have to watch what we send and post as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, and then I tell the kids, do not ever share anything that could hurt or embarrass someone. Hi. You guys go ahead and have a seat. And then I remind them, don't ever share anything that could hurt or embarrass anybody. We're talking about cyberbullying. Yeah, don't ever share anything that could hurt or embarrass somebody, because it could come back and bite you. And if someone is sending you threatening or mean messages, I tell them, whatever you do, don't respond back. I know that can be tough sometimes. Don't respond back. Save it. Show it to an adult you trust immediately. Don't ignore it. Show it to someone. And then number 5, like we talked about earlier, by not saying anything, you're making matters worse, because you're letting that bully believe what they're doing is okay. No one's saying anything, so they're going to continue doing it. Okay, and this is actually, this video, do I have time? This was kind of cool. I did a presentation a few months ago at a hair salon. And one of the hairdressers comes up to me and she says, hey, she goes, I just want to tell you, she's like in her late 20s now, and she tells me, when I was a teenager, I used to get bullied all the time, and I never told anybody. She told me, she said, I even almost committed suicide over it. But I loved poetry. She told me that's what saved my life. And she looks at me and she says, I have a poem that I wrote when I was 15 years old, and I never showed anybody. Can I read it today? So of course I told her, yeah, of course you can. So she got up there, she read it, and she gave me this poem. And so now whenever I do a anti-bullying presentation like this, I like to go ahead and end with reading basically her poem. A young girl watches her reflection crack as her spine did, realizing that this was the face of someone unwanted. So she fell to her knees and prayed that her eyes would drain her insides to the point they would coat her body from kids singing rhymes, little did they know. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will always cut deeper. Days where she stood in the middle of the cafeteria as target practice, food thrown at her face like atomic bombs in a war zone. Those combat boots are traded for flip-flops, holding up nothing but a broken spine. So how could she run? She hides in isolation if it was padded rooms or nothing but cartoons. The only difference is while they're trying to push her over the edge, she's using their words as ammunition to pull a trigger that should have been non-existent. Black and blue was never pretty on a young woman's face. Black and blue is what told her story. She whispered sorry under her breath, dreaming the wind would carry it far enough for everyone to hear. With a blade between her fingers like a key to a pair of wings, in a halo she carved her name into her forearm for people to see. Help me, half hoping she would cut the wrong vein, so every word pushed into her heart would bleed out, so every morning she wouldn't wake up to see a little girl who was broken. So she learned to be quiet. Every 7 minutes, someone is bullied. We stand here today to help a child. Her name is Alicia Whipkey, and this is her story. What will you do? All right, so now I would like to go ahead and jump into the suicide prevention presentation. Now, I'm not out here today to try to make you guys a bunch of crisis counselors or experts on suicide. I'm here to make you guys aware of the problem of suicide and bullying. I'm also here to make you aware of warning signs for someone who may be having thoughts of suicide, and what to do if someone you know is telling you that you are thinking of taking your life. So let's talk about bad days. Bad days, we all have them, right? Sure know I do. Now, I want everybody to think about how you guys all feel when you're having a bad day, okay? I want you to think about who notices you're having the bad day. Mom, dad, brothers, teachers, friends. How do they notice? What kind of things are you doing? You know, maybe you're kicking chairs over, you're yelling, you're cussing, you're crying, punching walls. I mean, those are all signs, right, that something's obviously wrong. 4 out of 5 completed suicides gives a clear warning sign before the attempt. So this means in 80% of attempted suicides, we have an opportunity to recognize a warning sign and intervene. So let's go ahead now and take a look at some warning signs. And I apologize, guys, I'm going to go kind of quick through this because I know we don't have a lot of time. And if you guys don't mind, if you have any questions or comments, if you would kind of hold them till the end, because we've got a lot of stuff to get through in like 45 minutes, okay? All right, warning signs. They may be making suicidal threats, reckless and self-destructive behaviors, changes in their behavior, giving away belongings, saying goodbye, recent grief or loss. We're going to look at each of these, okay? They may be making suicidal threats, saying things to you like, I won't be around much longer. I won't be here much longer. Or they may just come out and tell you, I'm going to kill myself. They may be falling into reckless and self-destructive behaviors like self-harming, cutting, burning themselves. They may all of a sudden be aggressive, destroying their property, other people's property, disruptive behaviors. They may all of a sudden be risk takers and abusers of drugs and alcohol. There may be changes in their behavior, such as withdrawing from things they used to love to do. Let's say somebody who loves the guitar. They never go anywhere without it. Now, all of a sudden, one day, they just give it away. It may be somebody who's normally kind of quiet. Now, all of a sudden, they're being loud and obvious, or vice versa. There's changed relationships with friends, classmates, teachers, family members. They have despairing attitudes, or there may be sudden changes in their appearance. Now, the thing is, guys, you guys know your friends. You know your brothers and sisters. You know when there's changes in their behavior. Talk to them. Find out what's going on. Maybe nothing. Then again, it's better be safe than sorry, right? You know that feeling you get in your gut that something's just not right? Follow it. Okay, they may be giving away their belongings. You know, let's say somebody loves music. All of a sudden, they're just giving away all their CDs. Or like I said, someone who loves the guitar, they take it everywhere. All of a sudden, they just, give it away. They may be making rounds, saying goodbye to friends, family members, teachers, or sharing final arrangements. We've actually seen this with girls sharing their funeral plans with a best friend. If someone is sharing their funeral plans with you, better be reporting that immediately. They may have just suffered some kind of recent grief or loss. Maybe they just went through a nasty breakup. Maybe they just lost someone close to them. Maybe they just went through some kind of recent changes lately. Or someone who's being bullied. Now the thing is obviously being a teenager is tough. You guys have a lot on your plate, okay? You guys have your school life. A lot of you may be involved in after-school activities, sports. You guys have your home life. You have your social life. A lot of you guys are at the age where you're trying to decide who you are. A lot of you are trying to decide, am I going to go to college? Am I not going to go to college? You guys have a lot on your plate. You don't have to handle it alone. It's okay. Bless you. It's okay to ask for help, guys. We all need help once in a while. It does not make you weak to ask for help. We all need help once in a while. You don't have to handle everything alone. Now, thinking about suicide does not make you crazy, and it does not make you weird. But you do need to talk to somebody about whatever it is that's going on with you. Okay, like I said, don't ever be ashamed of asking for help. No one should ever be ashamed of asking for help. Okay, now let's talk about what to do. Okay, if you have concerns about someone, or someone is telling you that they are thinking about suicide, okay? First thing you're going to do for this person, guys, is you're going to listen. I think a lot of us have the tendency when someone's telling us their problems, what do? We start talking, right? We start interrupting them because we start giving them solutions to those problems. Don't do that. If you like to talk like me, just listen to this person. Let them vent. Let them get it out, okay? Then you're going to express concern, meaning now, after they're done talking, now you're going to let this person know how you would feel, okay? You're going to remind them, suicide's a permanent solution to its probably a temporary problem. There's no do-overs. It's not a video game. Suicide's permanent. Then you're going to reassure them, meaning now you're going to let this person know they're not alone. But you're going to offer to go with them to an adult that you both trust, okay? Now, this program is about friends saving friends. You've got to be willing to risk the friendship to save a life. In one of my presentations, I had a young lady raise her hand and tell me, my best friend told me she's going to kill herself. But she said, if I tell anybody, our friendship's over. So I walked up to this young lady and I asked her, I said, well, how is she going to be your friend or even angry with you when she's dead I mean, it's pretty blunt, but it's true, right? She was just looking at the friendship. She wasn't looking at the bigger picture here. Her friend is saying she's going to kill herself. You have to be willing to risk the friendship to save a life. I had another young man in another presentation ask me, well, what can an adult do that I can't do? Well, first off, this friend may be dealing with things that they may not want you to know about. And not only that, an adult knows resources. An adult can get this person the help they need. I'm not saying now that you can abandon them and leave them. You can be there for support. But if someone is telling you that they're thinking of taking their life, don't ever handle it alone. Don't ever keep it a secret. Tell an adult you trust immediately. Like I said, you've got to be willing to risk the friendship to save a life. All right, now I want to show you guys, hope I can do this. I want to show you guys a video. While you guys are watching this video, I want you guys, well, first off, it's about a young man, young lady who are both thinking about suicide. While you guys are watching this video, I want you guys to be watching for Jan and Mark's warning signs, okay? And I want you to also be thinking, what would you do if these were your friends?
Everyone's grade is a reflection of the time and effort you put into it. Now, some of you have some extra work to do if you think you're going to pass this class. Now, if you want to go ahead and take it next semester, I'll be here for you. Don't forget, read chapter 10 before Friday. There will be a quiz.
And then I'm going to talk to Trey, right?
Hey, Mr. Wilson, you have a moment? Tom can wait. I must say, I'm a little disappointed in your grade, Mark. I mean, I'm really not sure why your grades are taking such a dive. I thought you quit the team because you needed more time for your studies. But what are you doing with your time? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine.
Well, your grades are not fine. Not when I've seen you do so much better in the past. You're capable of more, Mark. You've got a future to think about, and you need to get back on your A game. You hearing me, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah, sure, Coach.
If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
door is always open, Mark.
Yo, man, Brad Hall is after you. He found out you and Kathy had been texting, and now he's looking for you. Man, are you hearing me? He's out to get you. He found out you were messing with his girl.
It's no big deal.
Are you serious?
Look, she texted me and I answered. Want me to run scared?
No, man, just watch your back.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk, but he's got big friends.
You scared, Tom?
No, I'm not scared. You just gotta be careful. Great. Brad Hall. You don't need anything in the locker, do you? Mark.
Hey, Punk, you having a good time talking to my girlfriend?
Hey, go on.
I'm not talking to your girl, Brad.
She texted him, man.
I better tell you, Brendan, shut up.
He's right over there. You can tell him yourself.
I'm telling you, smart guy. If I see your name in Kathy's phone again, I'm gonna break your little cell phone.
Take it, I don't care.
Cheap phone, dude. Stay away from my girl.
Sorry, man. There were just too many of them.
It's no big deal.
What's wrong with no big deals, man? They busted your phone. And it still works.
Oh my gosh, Alex Johnson just asked me to prom.
No way.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh. That's cool. You know, I went out with Alex in middle school. Went up where? The playground?
Ooh, a play date.
You know what I mean.
Well, is he a good kisser?
I don't know, I've never kissed him.
Good.
He's all yours, girl. So, Kathy, you have a problem with Mark Wilson? Why don't you just shout out, Katrina? Oops, sorry. I'm going to be home with Brad. Mark, he's just a friend. A friend you talk to all the time? Text. We text. And not all the time. Is that why Brad smashed his cell phone? Brad smashed his cell phone? In the hall this morning.
Well, Jen, you're going to prom with Johnny, right? What?
They broke up. Oh my gosh. So much drama today. What happened?
Why did he break up with you?
I broke up with him. I'm not going to prom. Don't worry, someone else will ask you to prom. I'm not worried, I'm just not going to prom, okay? You are going to the prom. I mean, we've been looking forward to this all year.
Why did you break up with him?
You remember those pictures Johnny took with his cell phone? Oh my gosh. Johnny posted them all over the internet. Oh my gosh.
He did not.
He did. Oh my gosh, Jen.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, is that all you can say? Kathy, I am not going to prom, okay? So just drop it.
What is her problem?
She's just been acting really weird lately. I still can't believe Johnny posted those pictures on the internet.
I know.
What's the web address?
Kara, will you come here for a second, please? Hey, how are you doing, beautiful girl? Good. Hey, is Mommy cooking dinner yet?
I don't know.
Well, you want to do me a favor?
What?
You want to take all your dolls and put them in your room?
Can I stand here with you?
Well, you can stand here if you'll just keep them all in one place, okay?
Yay!
Jan, have you finished your homework?
Yes.
Hi, Mommy.
Carol, take a bath.
Yes, ma'am.
Jan, I suppose you're gonna waste your entire night online again.
I'll be off in a minute, okay?
Jan, come up to my bedroom for a minute.
Give me a second.
Now.
What?
You need to not use that tone with me.
Sorry.
Can you make dinner for you and Kara tonight? I have a meeting.
Another meeting?
Just make something, okay?
Fine.
Jan, I saw your report card sitting on your desk today. Were you going to show it to me? You were getting a B in math. I thought you loved math.
I did.
So now you don't. Honey, you will never be at the top of your class if you don't stay on top of your grade.
I am not going to be valedictorian,
I do not want to hear that. I want you to be the best you can be. Look at your oldest sister. She did it. I did it. Your sister got a full ride academic scholarship and you can too.
Well, my father doesn't have the same connections her father did.
You need to change your attitude. I don't think either of us is going to make it in our good looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Can I use your bathroom?
What's wrong with yours?
Kara's taking a bath.
Fine, but hurry. I need to get in there.
Hey, Mark. Where have you been? Out smoking pot with your friends.
I was at work.
That's good. Did you get any good tips tonight? Of course, the pizza place called 2 hours ago wondering why you weren't at work. You want to tell me another lie? If you're going to lie to me, at least make it interesting. Something like, you got carjacked. Where were you?
Nowhere.
No, kid, nowhere's where you're going in life. You were out smoking pot with a band, weren't you?
No.
Come on, Mark. I know what pot smells like. You've got it all over you.
No one calls it pot anymore, Jack. That's from way back when you started smoking it.
You better stop getting smart with me, kid. And stop calling me Jack. I'm your father. You got my last name, don't you? You're living in my house, eating my groceries, driving my car. Sarah, stay out of this.
Don't touch her.
You better back off, kid. She's my wife, and I'll talk to her however I want.
Jack!
Sarah, I'm so sick and tired of you undermining me. Why are you always getting in the way?
I'm sorry. You get so worked up.
You haven't seen worked up yet. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes.
I hate it when it gets like this. I just don't know what to do.
I know.
Sometimes I just want to leave. I hate it when he talks to me that way. When he talks to you that way. I just can't do anything about it.
You two talking about me behind my back in my own house?
No, Jack, we're just talking, okay?
Sarah, why don't you go get some coffee going? Mark, you got something to say to me? Huh?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, who?
Sorry, Dad.
That's right. Good. Now why don't you just hang out in here the rest of the night, okay? Mark.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to get out of the house more. Do something productive. Maybe get back into sports. I know Coach would love to have you back on the team. You know, I play ball all through school. It's good for you. Teach you some responsibility.
I don't want to play ball anymore.
Well, you need to do something. You're starting to get a real loser attitude of hanging around with your rocker buddies. What's wrong? What did you do?
Cut my arm, okay?
You gotta be more careful.
What's with him? Maybe he doesn't want to get beat up.
Hello? Jane, we're at the school.
Kathy, can we talk?
You're pregnant.
No, I'm not pregnant.
Well, we really don't have a lot of time, but what is it?
I don't know, Kathy. This is just all a big mess. And sometimes I just wonder what would happen if I wasn't here.
Jan, please don't start this again.
Maybe if I was gone, people would be sorry
Excuse
about
me,
what
if you're a
they did to
presenter,
me.
you still have the full hour and 15 minutes.
Maybe they just... I'll be here.
Jen, people are just cruel sometimes. You have to get over that. They'll get there.
Why did he do it, Kathy? I was so good to him.
Well, you shouldn't have slept with him, that's for sure. He's just a big jerk.
I left. I thought it was important to him, special. Now he hates me.
He doesn't hate me.
Yes, he does. Would someone who loves you put up pictures like that so everyone can see?
Did your mom know about the pictures?
No, but when she finds out.
Jane, you cannot let your mother find out about those pictures.
She hates me.
Don't say that.
She hates me, Kathy. I know she does. She always acts like she's so disappointed in me. It's just never...
Chen, I'm so sorry. But girl, you can talk to someone a lot smarter than me. I mean, you're talking about not being here anymore and stuff like that. It's just way over my head. I'll be fine. But we have got to get to class. I cannot be late again.
I know, I'm sorry. I just needed somebody to talk to.
I'll talk to Miss Carlisle. She's really nice.
No, please don't. Just promise me this is just gonna be between us, okay?
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. I just need somebody to talk to, and I'm fine. Promise me this is just gonna be between us.
Okay, I promise. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah?
Hey, Mark. What's up?
Nothing, man. Just hanging out.
We were supposed to be at the mall today. 4.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man.
Called your cell. Didn't pick up.
Yeah. Not sure where it is.
What's the matter, man? I mean, you stood me up.
I don't know.
Well, let's do something else today. I got some videos to show you, but Mark, where was your laptop?
I gave it to my mom.
Wait. You gave it to your mom?
Yeah?
Why would you give it to your mom? What is she gonna do with a laptop?
I don't know. Bills or something?
Bills? Did she ask you to give it to her?
No, I just gave it to her. I can use it whenever I want.
Then go get it.
I don't want to.
Hey, look. Found your phone.
Cool.
Looks like you got a text, too. You gonna check it? Best you don't answer that one anyway. It's Kathy. Man, what's with you? You're not even coming to band practice anymore. You know Dave's looking for somebody else to play lead, right?
Yeah, I know.
All you wanted a year ago was to get this guitar, and now you don't even play it. I'd kill for this guitar.
Take it.
Right, thanks.
No, serious. Take it. Look, you don't have to kill me for it. I can take care of that myself. It's no big deal. Don't take it then, all right? We cool?
Yeah, we're cool. But you really started to scare me, man. Mark, are you cutting yourself?
What? Dude, that's nothing, man.
What is this? This isn't you?
I don't know. Just sometimes I think nothing matters anymore, you know? Like, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not. Nothing matters. This doesn't matter.
It matters, man. It does.
I don't know, I just can't see it. It's like I don't even care anymore.
You're not gonna do something stupid, are you? Something stupider than that?
No, wait, man. I'm just talking, man. I'm good. This is stupid.
Mark, you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, like I should go down the hall and talk to my dad. That would help.
No, man, somebody else. Like Coach Parks or somebody like that.
Tom, I'm good, okay? Just drop it. I'm just talking.
Okay, fine. Let's drop it.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Jan. Where have you been today?
I just had to get away for a while.
Okay.
Look, I just wanted to thank you for that talk to me today. It really helped.
Good. I was so worried.
And I just wanted to thank you for being such a good friend to me.
Well, of course, yeah.
And I wanted to give you this.
I can't take this. It's yours.
No, it just made you a playlist. Just some songs we both like.
Oh, that was really sweet. Thank you. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm great, yeah.
I still think you should talk to Miss Carlisle.
I will.
You will?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay, well then let's get to class before it starts.
Oh, I'm not going.
Why not?
I'm going out of town. So I won't need to ride home today.
Well, what about the game?
Game?
You know, the one we're supposed to cheer at tonight?
Right, no, I won't be here.
You're kidding, you have to be here.
I just can't.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna do something.
Okay, I guess I'll see you later then.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Watch her. She knows something's wrong. She knows something's affected a friend. She chooses to do nothing about it. I told you guys earlier, that feeling again in your gut. Something's just not right. Oh.
Mark, hold on.
What?
Come here.
What is it? What are you doing? What did you do, Tom? What did you say?
You need to talk to somebody.
No way, man. I can't believe this. I trusted you. You're supposed to be my friend.
That's right, Mark. He's supposed to be your friend.
Remember when I said earlier,
He's
you
a
gotta
good one.
risk the friendship to
Coach.
save a life.
I'm just going through some stuff right now.
Well, let's get through it together. You've got people who care about you, Mark. Come on, son.
Stop. I was right on the edge, getting ready to make a choice that had devastating consequences. Suicide would have ripped my whole family apart and taken my future away. I understood that even more when when he found out about you.
Jan?
How you took your life that night.
Jan?
It's hard to believe how your life is connected to so many people. I wish you could see how many people really cared about you, really loved you. I didn't know you that well, but kids at school who've known you for years are talking about your life. Things you did as a kid. Things you liked, places you went. They even talk about the plans you had for your future. Things you wrote in their yearbooks. It's hard to believe you lost all of that. It's all gone. I'm just glad someone got to me before I made that same choice. Life doesn't always work out like you think it should, but life gives you a second chance, and a third, and a fourth. You just have to wait. It gets better. Life is more than high school, more than the prom. It's more than this year or next year. You have to hold on through the hard times, because the hard times will pass. You have to hold on to the people who care about you the most, the important people, who know you for who you are, the people that know you as son,
Daughter.
Sister.
Brother.
Friend.